Hey all, FrozenFoxy here, coming to you this Wednesday, April 27th. Going to get another gym day in. It's a nice, bright, hot, sunny day. It's getting pretty warm pretty quickly. It's definitely a very different kind of climate here in Georgia versus Colorado. I mean, most days earlier in the year like this, it's just going to be constant cold, but for here in Georgia, it seems like it was cold for a little bit, and then it just jumped straight into what I would consider summer if I was back in Colorado. But I guess here it's more of a spring. But there's trees blooming everywhere, flowers. It's pretty lovely to look at around here. Pretty nice flowers. I certainly do like the greenery. A lot of people don't realize it, but Colorado is technically a desert, and a lot of the greenery out there is not nearly as bright and vibrant as the greenery out here on the coast, where there's pretty consistent rain, sometimes for entire weeks at a time. It can really come down pretty hard here. But other than that, I did get a chance to enjoy going to a sushi and ramen joint over the weekend. Which was it was kind of a small place, but it was enjoyable to get a little bit of time to go to a place on the weekend, and ended up getting a ramen katsu plate, and some sushi on the side, some yellowtail, and some other various things. So it was a good time. Got to hang out with a few people, and it's always good to be able to get out of the house for a little bit. It's been rough being just, cooped up inside. You gotta get out some days, get a little bit of sun, have a little conversation, just do something more than being cramped inside. And it's especially been a bit of a pain working from home, because there's not really much in the way of scenery that changes when you just work from home constantly. It can get really monotonous. It's kind of like what was that one game where everything was theoretically played from the same room? I think it was a Silent Hill title. But he was crawling through his walls to get to different locations. I have not played a Silent Hill game in a gnome's age. I really do want to go back at some point and get some Silent Hill time in. That was definitely one of my favorite series, horror series, when I was growing up, along with Resident Evil. But Silent Hill more so, as far as fear factor goes. I remember there's a point in one of the Silent Hill games where there are lockers, and the first time that you go around, you're hearing like thudding in one of the lockers. You open it up and there's a cat in there. The second time that you're going through, you open it up and there's a puddle of blood in there and nothing else. And that's just like, there's like this kind of pit in the bottom of your stomach with the way that it built up things in that old Silent Hill game. It was like there's just this ominous dread, impending doom that's really coming for you. And a lot of video games this current period have not really understood the importance of building up that kind of atmosphere. And it's really unfortunate, because video games used to rely more on the buildup of the atmosphere, instead of, oh, we've got pretty graphics and that's going to replace all the story. And or at least most of it. And it's different these days. It's hard to find a game that really works on the atmosphere and actually makes you feel tense most of the time. I think the one that that did that best recently was Alien Isolation, but it's few and far between. I really wish there was more. Anyway, outside of that, I did get to see Skittles sitting at the bottom of the stairs on some covers that I had tossed down there in order to do laundry later. But she's fun because she likes to go after to the blankets wherever they're at and just kind of lay on them. I see you down there. I see you down there. Wink. That's just her thing. Doesn't matter if they're dirty or clean. She'll get her fur all over it. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and head on into the gym, and I will see y'all later. All right, out of the gym. Another day down. Another step closer to wherever we're going. Hopefully to a very good, healthy place. The elliptical, for the most part, is doing pretty well for me. It's not really killing my knee or anything, so that's been nice. I've been currently going through Stephen King's Christine, which has been a decent book so far. Though one part of it really stood out to me, which was them talking about the times that multiple people throughout history have thought of the same technologies at the same time, but only one person has really come out as the inventor of said technologies, like steam engines and machine guns and atom bombs and many more things along the technological ladder. And it stood out to me specifically because I remember chatting with a friend of mine about how I had an idea for a book, and when I explained the idea for the book, I was told, yeah, that's pretty much the same premise of Stephen King's The Dark Tower series, which was a little weird that was a thing there. And then he mentioned to me, yeah, he had been writing a book of his own, and then he read someone's book, which happened to be about a main character who had a dog, and it was this very specific breed of dog, and it matched the book he was working on identically, the one that he was reading. And not only that, but the whole premise of that book that he was reading and writing was that everyone has a collective unconscious, and that the story is all being written together. Which, crazily enough, is kind of what the book was about that I wanted to write, which was a collective unconscious dream that basically allowed a number of people to realize that they needed to overthrow a corporation that was more or less working on destroying the world. So it was a strange thing to see that in the pages of Stephen King's book. And I've run across this weird kind of collective unconscious a few times throughout my life, and I wonder if any of you have run across it as well. I remember I always used to tell people that if there were ghosts out in the world, that it would be something that I would imagine would be scientifically explainable, to the point that we are made of different types of energies, and scientifically speaking, you cannot create nor destroy energy. Therefore, there would be a transition of energy in some kind of transitional state after you pass away. It doesn't just go away. And I figured, that kind of transitional energy could be an echo of a person, really. And I remember going to Savannah, Georgia, taking one of their ghost tours, and that exact sentiment that I just told you about was explained to me, almost word for word. And it was just me standing there, kind of slowly widening my eyes more and more as this guy talked. And I'm like, told these exact words to people as I was growing up. What the heck? It was just the weirdest feeling to hear someone else reciting your words without you prompting it. You know, you just kind of hear it in front of you. It's a strange thing. It's a really strange thing. Anyway, today's shirt, we'll go off of that strange topic, but today's shirt is a lovely collection of animals and the things they do or the sounds they make, and it has answered the undying question that people continuously ask for whatever reason. The fox doesn't actually say something. The fox just exudes sassiness. I'll see you all later. Bye for now.